Good morning. Welcome to the Delaware County Council meeting for February 25th, 2020 at 9 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order, and if everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And can we get a roll call?
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Here.
Ms. Chambers.
Present.
Ms. Lassiter.
Present.
Ms. Piper.
Here.
Quakenbush.
Here.
Mr. Alexander.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here. And Denise, was the agenda posted?
Yes.
Legal notifications made?
Yes.
Okay. I need an approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second?
Motion by Ryan, second by Jessica. Any discussion? Can we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes. Everybody should have received the minutes from the January 28th, 2020 meeting. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second?
Was that
Larry.
Larry? Motion by Larry, second by Jessica. Any questions, changes? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Abstain.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes. Jane and Ron, welcome back. We missed you last month.
No, I was here.
You weren't.
Ron, we've experienced,
I think I'll go back.
Ron, we know you wasn't the only one forgetful in this room.
It was a long month.
It's the chair, Larry.
It's the guy, oh, it's the chair, I did the chair, it's the chair.
All right, well, we got our laugh for the day in.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Yeah, I know, we're not done yet. Any committee reports? I don't think we do. Anybody, HR, anything? Okay. All right. Donna, we'll move on to the transfer agenda.
Okay, first transfer. County Commissioners, 115 custodian supervisor minus 2,000, 198 part-time plus 2,000, total request 0.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion from Jessica, second by Ryan. Any discussion on that? This was approved through Finance Committee. Roll call?
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
40 court, 175 insurance minus $50, 199 longevity plus $50, total request 0.
Move to approve.
Second?
Motion from Larry, second by Jessica. Any questions on that? This was also approved through Finance. Roll call?
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Circuit Court, B129 court reporter minus $385.70, 158 probation officer plus $385.70, A136 assistant court reporter minus $24,978, B136 assistant court reporter plus $24,978, total request 0.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion from Jessica, second by Ron. Any discussion?
This was discussed at finance. The probation officers get automatic raises set by the state, and this was just an oversight. Is that correct? Had to fill in.
For her anniversary month.
And the other one is a retiree being replaced.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Quakenbush,
Yes.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Public defenders, A147, deputy public defender minus 26,500. B147, deputy public defender plus 26,500, total request zero.
Move to-
to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jane, second by
Larry.
Larry. Okay, it's happening so fast.
It is.
All right.
That's two
Any
times.
discussion on that? This is just new or an employee taking over an old position in there. An existing position.
Replacement.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Clerk, A118, deputy clerk minus $255. 129, deputy clerk plus $255, total request zero.
Move to, second.
Motion from Ron, second by Jessica. Any questions?
This is just an adjustment in an adjustment. When we have the 60% adjustments, this one was not calculated correctly.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Recorder, D102, first deputy minus 32,981.47. E102, first deputy plus 32,981.47, total request zero.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Jessica, second by Ryan. Any discussion on that?
Oh, a little while, maybe half hour. Carry on.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Purdue Extension, C106, secretary minus $26,458. D106, secretary plus $26,458.
Move to approve.
Second.
Because you have to fight over that one.
That was a tie.
Will you split us up? Can't fight.
Ron.
Okay. Motion by Jessica, second by Ron. Any discussion on that? Okay, roll call.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, on your addendum, the first one, Communication Center, the very first line should say E109. And the second line should say F109. So E109 is minus 30,563.96.
That's good.
F109 plus 30,563.96. G108 minus 29,174.70. H108 plus 29,174.70. 101 minus $1,200. 177 plus $1,200, total request zero.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, second by Ryan. These are, just for everybody's information in the audience, these are additional transfers out of existing funds. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, on 911, I have another correction, and I have a correction to the finance meeting also. That now should say C102. I told you B in finance, but it's really C.
Okay.
So C102 supervisor minus $4,467.09. 195 holiday plus $4,467.09. Total request 0.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Jessica, second by Jane.
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Mr. Quakenbush,
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, on the next one, I have a correction. The amount's going to be reduced to $24,933.84. So that's C-103 minus $24,933.84, D-103 plus $24,933.84, total request 0.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, second by Ryan. Any discussion?
Just a replacement.
Roll call.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, financial statement, treasurer, 312 bank fees, $12,000, total request, $12,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Jessica, second by Ryan.
Larry.
Larry, sorry.
I know.
Just a reminder, this is out of general fund, and I think Ed has some information. I know he's talked to several, if not, well, I'm sure you've talked to most of us about this. So any questions for Ed? Ed, anything you'd like to discuss on that?
Oh, just with this approval of $12,000, we're actually net a total revenue of over $120,000 a year. So with the approval, we'll start seeing that immediately.
And we talked about in finance committee how quickly that would pay off, and whether you can report back to us. And it doesn't necessarily have to be at the meeting. You can let us know by email or
Sure.
whatever kind of communication you want to get us with. And then we may ask for some updates periodically to see how that's doing, to keep an eye on it.
Be more than happy to.
Thank you. Anybody else, any questions for?
I forgot to ask him, that I know there are some fees that the Board of Accounts don't approve it. If you cleared this with Board of Accounts, paying these fees.
The financial board for the county?
The-
Or a state, what are you talking about? This what board?
State Board of Accounts,
Yeah, these are just normal bank fees.
but I mean, they're approved by the state. Some fees, like shipping and things like that, we're not allowed to pay out of county general fund. I don't recall we've ever paid bank fees before. I agree with what you're doing,
We pay them currently.
Yeah.
okay, do we? Okay.
Yeah, these are in, actually, all that Ed is asking for from us is an additional appropriation into bank fees, so he can make a change that's gonna net us actually quite a bit more money than we're currently getting now
That's correct.
in there. So we're just increasing his line item for bank fees so that he can make this change, and ultimately, this is gonna net us quite a bit more than what we've had before, so.
I think it's important that you let the public know why you're netting more, what you've done to create this.
So I'll come back and present something, so we get this account change,
Okay.
present to the board.
Because it has to do with your investment program, right?
Well, it's just changing the type of checking, we're going to a checking account, which it was set up as an ALS account, so it's just changing account type. But just making that change is gonna, that the accounting more than.
I'm trying to get you to say it's gonna increase the interest revenue from that account higher than what you were getting in money markets.
That's correct.
That's what I'm trying to get you to say.
That's, I think what you said right at the beginning was, the net's gonna be actually, did you say 120 or 100,
Or it should be more than 120. That's
Yeah.
based off of last year's balance.
projected off of last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, any more questions? Roll call?
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes. Thank you.
Cume Building Fund, 212 ID badges, 5,000, total request 5,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, second by Jane. Got that right? All right. Any questions on that? This is something that, for the ID badges for the employees, and this lasts over a period of time. It's just another batch of badges that they're purchasing. Any questions? More? No? Okay.
So, well, real quick, so
Yep.
these are just the plastic cards?
These are the cards with the chip that gets you in the doors and things like that, I guess. I don't have one, but. Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, I have a change on the next one. 200 supplies is $3,000. 300 travel and training, that's reduced to $32,500 for a total request of $35,500.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Jessica, second by Ryan.
I have your answers.
Okay, all right.
Okay, this was questioned in our finance meeting. Emily had to be out of town. Her father-in-law's having surgery, so council, or in the meeting, it was questioned, why so much for travel? Okay, it's a problem-solving training, 2 judges, 4 team members, 7 people. It's for their hotel registration, blah, 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 and it's in California. That's why it's so much.
Looks like that'd be one of those courses they do online.
They
Not
had,
everything can be online
Yeah.
on.
originally,
That's why I said.
they originally signed to try to get for 13 members and only got approved for the 7.
This is out of the.
The registration for this,
Family Recovery Grant.
yeah, registration alone is $750 per person.
I just hope they don't all fly in the same airplane.
Dang, Ron.
For those of you that don't know, Ron kind of has a fear of flying. He's like, why?
Don't fly with Ron.
Yeah.
He don't fly. He
Any
don't
more
like to fly.
questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Juvenile court recovery, 200 office supplies, $238.96. Total request, $238.96.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jessica, second by Jane. Any questions? This is on a computer upgrades.
It was for,
Jason,
it was
No.
just for office supplies.
Office.
this is office supplies.
Mhm.
I've got written down computer upgrade. Help me out here.
What's the next
Jason, if I remember right, this was the one that
We're not
was-
on Jason's.
We're
No,
not
we're
on
on
the
juvenile court.
Well, let's pass that one first. Stay there.
Right,
Jason.
Larry.
I was skipping ahead.
This is fun.
I was just trying to get Scott to say something.
All right.
We're on the $238.96
We
for
haven't
office
approved that
supplies.
yet.
Not much of an upgrade there if you're
Any
going.
questions? Roll call.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, now for Scott.
I had already
EMS
moved on.
capital
yeah.
improvements. Computers, copiers, printing equipment, $8,000. Total request, $8,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Jessica, second by Ryan. Jason, I remember from the discussion we had in finance that this was, I think this was something that came from last year's. Can you
It
explain
is,
that?
it's a 2019 project. We were changing, we're upgrading all of our computer software to Windows 10, so it's compatible with the upgrades from IT. This includes all of the MDT tablets in the ambulances, desktops and laptops that we work from. We did not, I have two of the bills, and right now it's about $4,000, so about half. We don't think that the rest of it's going to be, I don't think the final bill is going to be $4,000. So this will finish that project. This money was appropriated in 2019, but we were not billed by Dell until after the first of the year. So we're just before you to reappropriate the rest of, or I guess reappropriate the money that was appropriated last year to finish this project out. And we're hoping to have this done first quarter, and it's gonna come in under budget.
Any
The
more
reason
questions?
you couldn't hold it over was because you didn't have the bill, right?
Correct, yeah. We've been asking Dell for the bill, and they backdated it. We got it in January, and they backdated it to December. And that's, I mean, obviously, we're not gonna turn it in with a backdated bill the appropriation was through at the end of the year. So this is really just a cleanup from last year's project. And we're done, right? All the upgrades are, yeah, I mean, the project's been completed. We're just waiting on billing to come through.
Any more questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Quakenbush,
Yes.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe,
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Thank you.
DUI grant, operation pullover, 50,000, total request 50,000.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion by Jessica, second by Ryan. Any discussion?
An annual event, right?
Yep.
Have to approve it so they can spend the money.
Yes.
Yes. Roll call?
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Ready for the motion?
I believe.
I'll make a motion to approve transfers and financial agenda and to amend the salary ordinance with black reduction.
Second.
Motion from Larry, second from Jessica. We didn't have any other last minute, okay.
But before we roll call, I'd just like to show the audience, this is the backup material right here that we receive on our computers that we print off. On all the business you have just witnessed. And it's, in fact, they used to mail it to us, but with the advent of computers, saved the county the money of mailing for that. So that when you folks hear us voting, it sounds like maybe this is all cut and dry, but we've all reviewed it, we've all read the information. Then we have a finance committee meeting, which is open to the public. And at that time, the finance committee either makes a recommendation or passes it on to the council. Just thought I'd like to say that this morning.
Thanks, Ron.
How we do roll call.
Roll call.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Ms. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes. Okay, we don't have any ordinance or resolutions that I'm aware of. I do want to clear up, there was a statement made in the commissioners meeting that we checked on. They were going to have an ordinance to us to increase the bridge tax, and they were, according to John, he had replied to that, and he was incorrect in what he'd said. That will go to the commissioners, not us, so we won't. They'd indicated we would be talking about this in February's for possibly approving this in February and again in March because it was an ordinance and that's not going to be the case. But to let the public know, there is a March 2nd public hearing on the increase. I think all of us have expressed some concern, at least. Is there anybody that has any questions on that or wants to talk about it, discuss it?
Well, I think we've all had some of us had discussions amongst ourselves. I mean, it's, I know last year it was in passing about the penny, they want the penny back, and now it's up to 2 cents. I mean, with some of the uncertainties with the 911 EMS thing right now, and understand this has to be done before in April to get it passed. I mean, we're in a pickle as far as our issues with current situation with 911 EMS and not knowing for sure. I just think it's bad timing, especially for the 2 cents. I mean, even the 1 cent would be, could be an issue with the balance and everything that we have.
I've got this.
Okay, all
You got
right.
those big.
Well,
Donna's
yeah, it's
next.
on that little piece of paper laying around here somewhere, so I'm gonna give you a rough figure now. County general will, okay, first of all, a penny raises $349,658. So of that $349,000, county general will lose roughly $307,000, which is 88% of the total. Board of Health will lose a little over $5,800, and reassessment will lose a little over $7,700. Majority, of course, is county general.
Did you say 7,700
Mhm.
for, okay. and you
That's
know-
based on current year tax rates. I took that and got a percent.
That's the penny, and then if,
That's what a
double.
penny, so it would be double.
of course,
I think that's just the concern at this point. I know I've talked to commissioners. I'm sure several of you have expressed your concern. If you haven't, you may want to. At this point, I think from their perspective, they're looking to make sure that the bridge fund doesn't get down to where they can't continue on fixing bridges that need to be repaired or replaced in there. So other than that,
Do you
that
know
about covers it.
the unappropriated balance of the Cume Bridge Fund is off the top of your head? I'm sorry to ask you, I should have asked you ahead of time. I personally feel like it is untimely, as Larry has said. We have worked due diligently to bring up the county operating balance, and it's really a bit higher than our goal of 5 million at this point in time. With the cooperation of all other departments, and who knows what the city's gonna do for us with the ambulance and communications. That's still being discussed. But the 349,000, 307,000 total out of county general would still keep us at 5.5 million balance for our operating balance. If they did the 1 cent, the county tax rate for 2020 is going to be 65.7 or 0.6579 cents. For 2019, it was 0.6225. So you can see that we only went up, 3 cents from year to year.
But also, please keep in mind, that's considering we'll still get all revenue as normal.
Oh, I agree. That's why I said
So
that
that's probably not gonna
if
happen.
we
so.
did take the 1 cent from the bridge fund in current times, we'll say,
Right.
within the recent years, so 4 or 5 years. We did take that penny out to get us, keep our head above water. So to give that 1 cent back now, and I would urge our president to appear at the commissioners meeting and express that point of view that that's the most we can handle right now. And that's my opinion. You all have your own.
You know, we can talk, I mean, the 1 cent, I think would be something that we could do. I think when you look at, the edit plan has 2 bridges that they're doing in that's Tiger Drive, I think still, the Tillotson Bridge was done under bond. It's since done and off the books. That you have the Smithfield Bridge, it's also under the edit plan. You know, I didn't catch it in the meeting. I mean, every 2 years you have to do a bridge inspection. I don't think anybody's here. I don't know when the recent one was done. There could be some circumstances in there where they have to have that back because not knowing the unappropriated amount of that, what they've got going on.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that question.
But like say that the 2% I think would be something that I definitely wouldn't want to see at this particular point. If they need another cent, maybe in discussions next year, would be something that I would echo an opinion about.
Okay, anything else on that? All right, any department heads have anything they need to say today?
Molly?
Good morning, Molly Hunt, County Extension Director for Purdue Extension. I just wanted to take a moment and introduce our new 4-H Youth Development Educator, Andy Mckinnon, joined our staff on February 3rd. And so we're very excited to be full staffed and moving forward.
Welcome, Andy.
Hello, how are you?
We're gonna make you talk.
There, made me talk. Yep, Andy McCammon, glad to be here. Looking forward to giving back to 4-H. It gave a lot to me as a youth, and I have a strong passion for it. And looking forward to work with all of you guys and all the youth in Delaware County to keep 4-H strong.
I told Andy earlier, there couldn't have been a better choice.
Thank you.
Well, I was just gonna ask you how you plant seed and make it grow.
I'll do a workshop.
Good answer.
Anybody else got any introductions to make? Did we get you last month?
Oh, yeah, we put Jan on the spot last month.
That's right, okay, all right. I thought that was the case.
Melanie and I would like to thank everybody for the flowers and the thoughts and the cards of the passing of my daughter and her sister. She wasn't going to get any better. It's still tough, but she wasn't going to get any better. I also think we need to remember Charlie Walker's father that died, and Dick Thornburg, who was a commissioner and a councilman and a surveyor and a pain in everybody's neck.
He's kind of like talking wrong.
And hey, I didn't say that. I did not say
No,
that.
who do you think trained me?
When he seen you, though, Dick
He was
Thornburg,
here 2 years to train me.
he was,
Dick always voted no, too.
yeah, he was a tough, but he always enjoyed the conversation.
Yep.
Well, we've been thinking about you, Jane.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing up the more recent passing too. That's something that we've all been seeing here the last couple of days. But before it goes any further south, I think, Ryan, you got something you want to talk about?
Mr. Rogers, could you come to the podium, please?
That was a normal.
I want to thank you personally personally from a standpoint of transparency and honesty throughout this entire EMS process. One thing I feel like EMS professionals don't get enough love within that public sector as it is. I got a phone call from a constituent within my district about something that had occurred at a Ball State event. Can you elaborate on that?
Is that about Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit of information. We cover there are almost 40 some events that Delaware County EMS covers at Ball State University. And the basketball, each of those events require different types of coverage. So what happened Saturday was there was a basketball game, I think it was Muncie Days or something like that. And we staff, at the arena, we staff a paramedic and 2 EMTs. And it was right before the game, fans were all coming into the building, and one of the fans attending the game was walking in through the tunnel from the concourse and fell over with sudden cardiac arrest. Our fans alerted the police officers that were there. Our crews responded, and the individual was defibrillated, was unconscious, was not breathing, and our crew had him, before he left the arena, had a pulse, was breathing, and was waking up. By the time we got him to the hospital, he was answering questions and knew what had happened, other than he was unconscious. He was walking, last thing he remembered, he was walking to the game. And so sudden cardiac arrest is a real thing. And without the early defibrillation, without the ALS intervention on their behalf, as well as the officers at Ball State, Officer Huff, paramedic Harris, EMT Harris, and advanced EMT Stout, this guy's walking around today because of their actions. So another success story. We've had that happen at Ball State events. Mike and I were talking actually this morning. I can think of 4 cardiac arrests that we've worked at basketball and football games, and it's a shame that those things happen, but because of their quick actions, we've saved a lot of people. So just another example of what our crews are capable of. It was the basketball game went on, nobody really knew anything different, and somebody's alive today because we had crews there.
Thank you. I just thought it needed to be noted. So we're very blessed in Delaware County when it comes to our EMS professionals, our sheriff's department, all that. We all work together very well. I feel like it needs to be noted.
And it truly was a team effort. Officer Huff from Ball State was right there with advanced EMT Stout, thank you. They were on the concourse. The way we set it up, there's a crew with the cotton and equipment on the actual floor level. They're taking care of players and those types of things, people up to the concourse, and then we have a concourse person from then up. So, those basketball games can bring in anywhere from, I think, 1,500 to 3,000 people. Obviously, the football games bring in a lot more people. We actually when we staff the football games, certainly homecoming, parents' weekend, all those types of things, we actually create a whole nother EMS division for that event. So there are as many or more people working that event as there are taking 911 calls. And so that's only possible because of our staff and their dedication, the amount of people that we have. And quite frankly, as you all know, that is all in jeopardy because of the things that are going on. So appreciate the recognition for that. But again, this is a job that we do every day, and these guys do the same work every single day.
Well, we appreciate them. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that and make sure your crews know that as well.
I actually was in the office Saturday when this happened, and I responded along with the on-duty supervisor, and I witnessed the end result of it. And I wrote accommodation for not only our people, but for the Ball State officers that helped in the resuscitation efforts and getting them to the hospital successfully. So they need to be recognized as well, and we did that Saturday afternoon after it was over.
Well, thank you to Ball State as well.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Ryan, for bringing that up.
I would like to recognize Jason for his appearance at the city council meeting. I was very glad he was on our side. I heard somebody describe him as controlled anger.
That's it.
And there was certainly controlled anger. But he was definitely right, and he was taking a shot that was not deserved. And I want to thank Melanie for getting him out of the parking lot in the trunk of her car.
You were worried about the well-being. I appreciate the concern, but I can handle myself. Okay.
Thank you.
It was a
Before you
good
leave,
laugh
Jason,
for me, and I needed it.
Jason made a little, I don't know what you call it, I'm not an English major, but he made a statement the other day that just keeps ringing in my ears. And those of the city that are making these decisions, Jason, I'm quoting him, they don't know what they don't know. And I think that's kind of sums it up, Jason, and I thank you for that comment. They don't know what's transpired at the county level for 40 years to build what you have today. Through several elected officials, EMS directors, communication directors, the whole program started in the early 1980s. Actually, the ambulance service started in 1978 with the deputy sheriff and a clerk. That's where it started. And from that point forward, it's come to a point where we are today, and we have just an excellent leader there and an excellent leader with Paul at communications. And as one that's been involved in it for many years, I just hate to see it fall apart, and that hurts. But I think Jason's comment, they don't know what they don't know, is just sums it all up.
All right. Any public comment? Okay, I want to thank you guys for all you do, and hopefully I won't forget you showed up this month, next month.
Next
Yeah,
month, I
we
will
are.
not show up,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Well, I might not notice.
Oh, shoot,
That's right,
good.
okay. I need a motion to adjourn if there's no other business. I got a motion by Ron,
Second.
second by Ryan. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chambers.
Yes.
Ms. Lassiter.
Yes.
Ms. Piper.
Yes.
Mr. Quakenbush.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Bledsoe.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.